it's been about 2 weeks since my last video. Not much exciting going on. My husband, my son, and I just moved into our house, and I just got out of the hospital on Friday for some heart issues, but it's no big issue. It's nothing that's going to prevent me from donating. My cardiologist and my clinic both agree I'm completely fine. I was diagnosed with an inappropriate sinus tachycardia and an autonomic defect in the heart. I'll be having some testing this week to test the wall structure and to find where the misfire is going on. But it's nothing that can be passed down genetically. It's nothing I was given genetically. It's just something I was born with. So no issues there. For this video, I'm going to be going over my fertility medication that I've been taking, and I started it yesterday. So my first one is Follistim, and it's given in, let's see here. It's given in this little pen, and it looks just like an EpiPen, and it works about the same way as an EpiPen. So the Follistim, it unscrews, and then you have, let's see here. There we go. You have a vial that has your medication in it, and it's usually about this full, but I've already done 2 doses from this vial. I did my dose this morning. I took it at 8 o'clock, and I will take my next shot at 8 o'clock tonight, and that'll be a different medication. So to use this, you just put your medication into the top of your pen and take your plunger and down, and then the arrow on the line should line up here, and then you connect. The little needles come in a little cap, and you just put them on, screw it on there, take them off, and it comes with a safety cap. The safety cap comes off, and then you inject this little needle. And you can do this one in your thigh or your belly. I do mine in my belly, but it's super, super small. Very little. This one doesn't hurt, not for me. Some people say that the medication burns. I haven't had that experience, but it could be the area that I do it in. I'm not really sure. This one gets refrigerated, so I will throw this one back in the fridge here in a little bit. And this is my morning medication. Now, some people take this one at night, but this is the one I was given for the morning. My nighttime medication is Menopur, and that comes in a vial. And I dropped it. So my vial is, it's this. This is a saline solution. I draw a ml of the saline solution into my syringe, and the syringe is just a typical hospital syringe. And then I have the actual Menopur medication, and this is a powder, and it's kind of hard to see. Right there, that's the powder. And so I take the 1 ml from the saline solution and I put it into the Menopur powder, and I actually have to do 2 of the powder vials, and then I wait. The Menopur, from experience, does kind of sting going in. The needle for this one is bigger. I have one here somewhere. But I wouldn't really say that this one hurts anymore. I haven't noticed that it hurts a whole lot more, but the solution, the actual medication, does kind of sting. So this is the needle. You can see it's a little bit bigger, but it's not super bad. It's really manageable. And so those are the 2 that I take daily, and I'm still taking my 81 milligrams of aspirin a day too. And then next week, I will start either the Ovidril or the Ganirelix. And one of them, I'm not sure which one is which, but one of them prevents ovulation and the other jumpstarts ovulation. So depending on my estrogen levels and how my eggs are looking, we'll go ahead with these ones next week. I go back tomorrow for a blood lab, and that'll test how my estrogen levels are working with the medication, and they should be rising, but they should be rising at a reasonable level. And I will have an ultrasound to look at my ovaries and my eggs, and I'll have those every other day until donation, which is set for next Thursday, depending on how everything goes. I talked with my nurse about some of the questions that I had, and I figured I'd share those with you because I know a lot of people have the same questions. I asked her about the OHSS, which is the overstimulation or the overproduction of eggs, and it can cause fluid in the belly up to the diaphragm, which is very uncomfortable and sometimes requires a needle shoved under your ribs to withdraw all the fluid. And that requires hospitalization. But my nurse told me that in the 8 years that she's been a fertility nurse, she's only had 3 patients with that. And now they do more of the blood labs to test your estrogen levels to make sure you're not rising too quickly and to make sure that you're not going to have issues with the OHSS. But most of the time that'll prevent, and it won't show up until after your surgery. So it's not actually related to the surgery itself. It's related to your medications. My second question was, about infertility after donation, because I had heard some scary stories, and I was told that when they do the actual egg harvest, they're only taking the eggs that you would naturally produce. So what I mean by that is, in an average cycle, a woman produces 2 eggs, and all they're doing is multiplying those singular 2 eggs. They're not taking any from your stores or anything like that. So they're not actually taking your extra eggs. They're making the ones that you have multiply, I guess. That's my understanding. That's how she explained it. So I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm not so worried about either one of those anymore. My next question was about ovulation, because during my cycles I can tell when I ovulate, and she said that because of the medication it will be a lot stronger. It's not going to be intolerable, and it's not going to be a horrible pain or anything, but if you know during your cycles when you ovulate, you'll be able to tell a difference. The next thing I'm going to address is I got a really, really good question on Tumblr, and I was asked if OCD prevents you from being able to donate, and it's not going to. I was diagnosed with OCD when I was 12, so 10 years ago, and I've not been treated for it, but I was diagnosed, and I put that on my application, and I'm still an egg donor. The only thing I'm going to say is absolutely don't lie on your application. Be completely honest about your medical history, about your mental history, about your family's medical and mental history. It's not worth it to lie. This isn't a quick process. This isn't an easy process. It's not something to lie about. It's just not. Because put yourself in the recipient's shoes, and would you like to receive eggs from what you believe to be a healthy donor, only to find out that they lied on their application and now your child or children are at risk for these? Be it a medical condition or a mental condition, because those can be hereditary also. So be completely honest. It's not going to immediately disqualify you. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't. But it's better to be honest. This isn't a quick way to get money. It's almost been a year for me since I have applied. From being selected, it's been almost 2 months. So it's not fast, and it's not a comfortable experience. The birth control made me extremely sick. I know some people get very sick from the fertility medication. The surgery itself makes people very sick. So it's not fun, and it's not a quick fix. It's just not. So be completely honest on your application. Be completely honest if you get selected with your nurse. Don't lie about anything. Just don't. I think that's all that I was going to talk about today. So if you have any questions, I will link my Tumblr down below. You can find me there, ask questions there, comment here, message me on YouTube, however you want to do it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm here to help. And if I can't help you, there's a very, very wonderful group on Tumblr called We Are Egg Donors, and I believe it's 3 women that have gone through this. I've spoken with, I believe, 1 or 2 of them, and they are absolutely amazing. They're there to help. They can answer more questions than I can. They've all done this. I'm only just now in the process. So great, great, great groups to look up. And even if you're considering egg donation, look them up. Look them up on Tumblr. We are egg donors. Give them a shout, and they can help you. So like I said, feel free to comment, questions, anything that maybe you'd like me to ask my nurse for, and then I could talk about my next video. Any ideas of what you'd like me to talk about in my next video, just let me know. Thanks.